Hey everybody, Darren from Lilleys Landing. Today is Sunday, October 20th. I'm going to do the one cast for you today. So I'm right out in front of the tennis courts, no generation. I stopped right here because there's a net in the water. And I tried to reach it. It looks like one of our nets out of one of our bass boats. I tried to reach it with the net I have, but I think I'm like that much too short. If I wanted to get wet to my shoulder, I could maybe get it, but I couldn't reach it, so it's gonna stay there. Bunch of suckers. So no power generation. It's a nice day out. I haven't heard many fishing reports today. A couple of the guys just came back and said they caught them pretty good. Well, I take it back. One of the guys was catching them on midges. I'm assuming he was up here. One of the other guys had keepers that he was cleaning, so I assume he caught them down below, but I don't know what he caught them on. But I am going to try, it's called a Hot Bead Ray Charles. It's a gray one. I think they're like a size 14 right there. Kind of looks like a sow bug more than a scud, but kind of like a scud too. So I'm going to set it about 3 feet deep with a pinch on pulsa. See what happens here. I'm seeing quite a few fish. Hopefully they'll eat. There's no wind right now. That won't eat it. All I did was scare him. All right. Well, 3 feet's about right. Oh yeah, eat it. Oh, the little guy. He shot after it. That one might eat it. I mean, if I hook one, I might break them because they're so close. They're zooming over to it from 5-10 feet away. All right. I can see my, oh yeah, man, they're zooming over to it. Just eat it all the way. So zooming over to it again within an inch or two and then denied. We'll see here. Get a little bit farther away from the boat. I'm not casting very far. I'm casting 20 feet from the boat. There's a ton of fish. It might be in the bottom now. I pulled it up to make sure I went in the bottom, one shot at it. He ate it. So I don't know the last time I used a Ray Charles was. I do have 7X on here, so I gotta be a little careful, but I should have smashed. They might have barbos, I can't remember. They're not barbless. That comes out pretty easy. Little bow. Don't eat it again. Turned to swim away and went right towards it. All right. So I just moved it because I think I was in the bottom. I think it was, my float looked a little funky. when I moved it and pulled it up, I could see it. It's got a bright orange bead on it. He just came zooming over to it. So I didn't even have to wash my float. I just watched him eat it. Which is more fun than just watching the float. Good little school of trout right here. Right now I can't see the fly, so I don't have a clue what's going on there. So I got a couple fish just right here in front of me, just moving along with the boat. Oh, I just missed one. Spooked the suckers. Turn that down a little bit. I might need to scoot out and set a little deeper because there's a good line of fish right here. Could be a good line of fish up there, I just can't see. One zooming towards it. Zooming in that direction anyway. Still can't see my fly, it's in some glare. There it is. I just scared like 20 trout just by picking up my rod. I haven't thought about it. I think that's my fly. Oh, yeah. Man, they're coming that close to it, darting away. Eat it. And like I said, I have 7X on here, so. Oh, that one mouthed it. Come on, dude, I put it right in front of you. Yep, come over and eat it. Oh. Come back. Grab them. Turds. Now I lost it. Got it. Got a bunch of junk on there. There we go. Again, watched him eat it. Not watching my float, just watching my fly, watching the fish eat it. He's a little guy, but he's pulling hard enough. I don't know. I did bring a couple other colors of this. So we have a tan. We have 3 colors: a gray, tan, and a pink. This is the gray. I did bring a tan and a pink too. But all the beads on them are that bright orange. You know, doing this and watching your fly, and it's the hardest thing to explain to people while we're standing in the shop. Not that I don't try to explain it to them, but it is hard to explain to them. Without seeing it, sometimes it's hard to understand. You know, I tell people all the time, a lot of times with these flies like this, they'll eat it and spit it out so fast it doesn't move this little pulsa indicator. And they're trying to use, you know, a 3/4 inch thingamabobber that's huge, that's not going to detect a little bite. This pulsa is a lot smaller than that and will detect a lot lighter bite in half the time they're not even moving that. Fish right up there. If I could cast. Oh, he turned away. The other thing is, the bigger float will spook them too. Just like I have this little bitty one, I just spooked a fish just by that float hitting the water kind of close to him. One just ate it. Ate it and spit it out. I can see it a little better up here. And I'm not casting far. I'm less than 20 feet. I'm more like 10 feet now. Did the fish just eat it? Try it again here. Wasn't paying attention to it, and then I couldn't find it. Little bitty guy. Another guy coming. Eat it. Oh, come on. I thought for sure that one was going to eat because he came up fast and then slow and looked at it for a second. Decided no. So I'm watching my fly hit the water and I'm watching it sink, because if I look away for very long and then turn back, I can't see it. It takes me a second to find it just because the way the glares. If the sun was directly overhead and straight down, me raising my arm like that just spooked a bunch of fish. But if the sun was straight up, it'd be easier to see in the water. But it is a little murky water right now too. Try this. So it's easier, the sun's behind us, so it's easier for me to see it this way, straight ahead of the boat. Like that one just ate it and I missed him. Because I looked away for a split second, put my foot on the trolling motor. One zooming over to it. He denied. Denied. So that's about as far out as I can see it still. I mean, I can barely see it. My boat is going just a little bit faster than my float is. That's why I'm stripping in line real slow. I just want that to dead drift as natural as possible, but I still got to be able to set the hook. So I can't have a bunch of slack line. Come on, look over there. Brownie. Oh, that's a rainbow. He's gonna go, oh, no, oh, no. Little guy's gonna come get it. And if he eats it, I might break him off. when they're so close like that, if they eat it, even a little fish, it's real easy to break them off when you set the hook. There one comes. Oh. So if you're not watching your fly, you're not going to see any of these fish that are coming up to your fly. You're just looking at the float, looking around, not paying attention, looking at the float. I would not have caught either of those two fish, and I would not see that all these other fish are interested in this fly. That way a little bit more. So even if I can't see my fly, I'm kind of watching underneath my float or in that direction. If I see a fish zooming, like there's a fish, I can't see my fly, but there's a fish going right at it right now. So now I can really pay attention to my float. If that thing wiggles or jiggles, it's not necessarily going to get pulled under. There's another fish coming. Nope. There's my fly. Come on, dudes. There's tons of fish in front of me. Turn around. Yep. Oh, come on. Oh, little guy coming. Nope. There we go. Oh, that's a little bitty fish. Dang it. Right when I was going to pick up her cast, a decent fish started coming at it. Yep. That one's going to eat it. Oh, come on. Man, he zoomed up. That last one I thought for sure he was zoomed out of it so quick. There's no way he's not going to eat it. But here comes a fish from a ways off. Keep on coming. Oh, okay. Oh, yep. 15-incher instead of a little 10-incher. 10-incher almost ate it. Over a leaf. Spooked a sucker. Little fish coming. Little fish denied. Fish coming. Little guy coming. Man, as soon as he saw it, he took off. I mean, 3 or 4 kicks, and he was on it. That one chewed on it. He came right up to it and just went boop, boop, boop. Didn't move my float, still didn't hook him. I probably should have waited a second longer, but I might I just have to go back up here since these guys stopped right here. There's a fish coming. So now I'm that far out and I cannot see my fly. So now I just have to watch my float. All right, I'm probably gonna have to move. Oh, that guy's coming. Two guys coming. Eat it. Eat it. That one ate it while it was falling. Tell me it broke him. Nope. He hit it twice while it. Oh man, he almost hit it that time too. He is zooming at it. He's not opening his mouth, he's bumping it without opening his mouth. First couple times he did open his mouth, I just missed him. Just my timing was off. He zoomed over at it. Now I can't see it, so now I just gotta. There, now I can see it. Well, I guess I'm gonna be about done. Somebody behind me now, somebody in front of me. Probably cast one more time after this one. Up there I can't see very well. Really wish I would have caught that one. He ate it. I just missed him. So now that I'm down kind of below this, there's not as many fish in this line. But there's fish up there, so we'll see what we can do. There's a fish right there. Eat it. I put it right in front of him. I'll strip it. So I put it right in front of a fish and he zoomed at it. But it's about not even a foot deep up there, so my fly just immediately went to the bottom. He lost interest as soon as it hit the bottom. Well, I think that's going to do it. Hopefully I hit the record button because I don't remember doing it. But thanks for watching, everybody. If these guys weren't behind me, I'd go back through all that and try and catch some more fish, but Seems like on the top side of that, from that point, there was a lot more fish. Right here, I'm not really seeing any fish except for way up there in the shallow. Anyway,